This is Laika Maravilla, a registered psychometrician, a trying hard educator, motivational speaker, and author. And it's time for us to share stories, insights, and lessons as we keep trying hard to be better together. Let's start with the riddle. What's something that you need when you don't have, you have even when you don't need it, and something you can have more and feel like you have less, and have less and feel like you have more? Now, ang sagot ko sa riddle na yan that I drummed up would be friends. And that's what we're going to talk about in this new Trying Hard episode. Hi and welcome to another episode of the Trying Hard podcast. And today we're going to talk about friends. Now, it did take me more than 30 episodes para pag-usapan ito. And I think that says a lot about me and yung perception ko ng sarili ko when it comes to having friends. Pero again, this entire podcast, this entire experiment isn't about me claiming to know better than you guys. It's just me sharing the things that I had to learn. And when it comes to friendships, I guess I had to learn the hard way. So today we're going to talk about how important it is to change the way we think about friends. And of course, how we can be a better friend then to other people. Now, the first quick point that we're going to start with would be this. You don't magically find friends. You have to work to make friends. And I know that isn't something that we like to hear. Gusto natin ng mga meet cute eh. Gusto natin ng magic na makakatabi mo na lang sa classroom, tapos siya na yung friend mo forever. And yes, that does happen. But doesn't happen for every one of us. And there are people who struggle more when it comes to finding friends. There are people who struggle with keeping friends. And there are people who struggle with letting go of friends. And I'm hoping that this episode can help you kung nasaan ka mang stage ng buhay mo ngayon. Now again, ulitin ko lang yun, you don't magically find friends. You have to work to make friends. And I'll give you a few lines that worked really well for me. And this is something that I try to live by. And para madaling tandaan, we'll go through each letter na lang nung friend. Alright? Now, dito muna tayo sa unang-una. The first thing that gusto kong sabihin sa inyo would be to try to look further. Now, bakit ko sinasabi yun? Kasi one of the things that I struggled with and one of the things that I had to unlearn as I grew older was yung idea na if this person is something that I would work well with, that would be my friend, I would know it right off the bat. Walang ganun eh. Okay? And, well, meron namang ganun minsan, pero hindi laging ganun. And ang tendency ko, as this flawed person that I am, I tend to judge people right away. Yan ang totoo. I tend to feel parang na-vibes ko, okay, this person is going to be my friend, or this person is never going to be my friend. And I make snap judgments like that, kahit sa first interaction. Funny pa, kasi minsan, I use weird na metrics like age. No? Pag inisip ko, okay, this person is more than 5 years younger than me. We probably would never be friends. Kasi I grew up in a community na ate, lagi akong ate. So, ate ako sa mga churchmates ko. So, lagi ko iniisip kung masyado siyang bata, then we couldn't be friends. Kasi ate na ako eh. So, there's this feeling na responsible ako for this person. Kahit sino pa siya. Sometimes naman, people brand people na hindi nila pwedeng maging friend based on social class. Now, that's one thing naman na I could say for a fact na I don't do. But I did feel yung ganong klaseng rejection growing up. In fact, in one of the I hate to say this, no, but the churches that I tried to be a part of, ramdam na ramdam yun. Na kapag hindi ka mukhang mayaman, they won't have time for you, or they won't talk to you, they won't include you in the group. So a lot of people do that. Okay, pag hindi ko to makakasabayan, pag hindi niya ma-afford yung restaurants where I eat at, if hindi kami pareho ng social status, then we couldn't be friends. And that's a sad thing. Because one thing din na naranasan ko in my life is regardless of social class, you can find true friends kahit saan. Another limitation, kaya nga again we have to look further, would be yung location. And I'm happy today na kahit papaano, isa sa mga maliliit na bagay na binunga ng pandemic is this notion na hindi na kailangan ng proximity in order for you to keep a friendship. In fact, in the past 2 years, nagkaroon ako ng masyadong maraming bagong kaibigan, a lot of whom I have never really interacted with in person. Pero because of yung constant na exchange namin or pagkipag-usap online, we managed to nurture a really deep friendship. So again, it's really not about location anymore. Now, of course, it's easier kung malapit kayo, no? Kaya may mga friendship na pinanganak sa eskwelahan, tapos kapag gumraduate kayo, parang you just grow apart. But for friends that last, it's really not about location. It's about the willingness to still spend time together, whether virtual man yan o physical, no? And then, of course, other biases. There are people who would say, okay, if you like this anime or if you like this K-pop group, we can't be friends. And I see a lot of people say that online, whether gino-joke lang nila yun or it's true. It's still a bias na I think we could get rid of. Kasi one of the things na masasabi ko would be I have friends from a very diverse na selection, no? If you can say it like that. Yeah, I have friends who are very religious. I have friends who are agnostic or atheist. I have friends who are questioning their faith. I have friends from the range ng spectrum ng iba-ibang klase ng tao. Social classes, iba-iba. And it's really what makes a good bag of people who can help you improve, no? If you have a diverse group of friends. Kasi one thing that we have to understand is that we learn from our friends and we take from our friends. And that is the notion naman talaga, di ba, nung quote na tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. Some of their habits, some of their words, the way that they behave rub off on you. And so if you are only with people who are exactly the same as you, then you may never learn anything new. So again, don't limit yourself. Okay? Look further than yung immediate or yung malapit sa'yo. Okay? Yan yung una. Look further. That's the F. Now, the second piece of advice that I'm going to give you is something that I had a hard time doing. And I still have a hard time doing this, but I could say naman I'm growing. It's this. You have to take a risk. No? R for risk. It's always a risky choice when you try to make friends. Bakit? Kasi you're giving people a chance eh. And a lot of times, yung trust na yon, yung faith na yon, yung belief na yon, matatraidor ka or hindi yun ma-reciprocate. At times nga, magugulat ka na lang kasi hindi naman pala sila masaya with you, pinaplastic ka lang pala nila, no? And there's this certain amount of risk every time you try to cultivate a friendship. But you have to take that risk. Kasi if you don't, then you would just be lonely for the rest of your life. The importance here is, much like in any other case, the process of moving on. Na if I trust this person and hindi siya trustworthy, that may break my heart for now, but that doesn't mean na hindi ko na isusubukan ulit with someone else. You really have to find your friends and make friends. So just do it. Just take a risk. And the truth is, people can grow on you. Okay? There's no magical meet cute nga na parang, okay, bubukas yung langit, tapos, okay, here is a friend I made for you, designed specifically for you, right dun sa specifications na gusto mo right now. Walang ganun eh. And again, in my life, natutunan ko rin na some of the people that I'm still friends with, I actually didn't like when we first met. And hindi ko sa papangalanan in the off chance na nakikinig sila dito, no? Pero it's really true. Siguro sasabihin ko na si Zandy kasi siya naman yung makakarinig nito at hihingi na lang ako ng permission sa kanya. Pero it really doesn't make sense that we're friends kasi she's old. She's way younger than I am. She's actually 7 years younger than I am. And marami kami pagkakaiba when it comes to the way that we dress, for example, the way that we speak, the way that we behave, our interests are also different, no? Pero in giving her a chance and taking a risk and trying to be her friend, nag-grow naman siya on me. Okay, so it wasn't instant. Actually, I remember when we first met, I was teaching a class sa Messiah College. Tapos, kasi towards the end of the school year, pag last class, usually niyayaya ko sila to eat out, no? So, sa subway kami nagklase. Tapos, sumunod siya, and sila Ate Mitch and some of the people from school, and that is where we first interacted. And I actually didn't remember that much about that day. So, it really was just a regular day. But in taking a risk, now I have Zandy, who's basically my right-hand woman. So, give people a chance. Take that risk. Now, hindi ko naman sinasabi na i-pour out nyo na lahat ng mga deepest, darkest secrets ninyo right away, no? Of course, there's this process of gaining yung trust mo that you can do. Maybe just start with something small, take it slow. Pero, again, there's always risk involved. And for you to say na, okay, dahil ayoko na mag-take ng risk, hindi ko na lang itatry, that's very limiting. Okay? And loneliness is a real epidemic that you have to work against, no? Responsibility din natin, sa totoo lang, to reach out and find comfort in other people and find friends that would help us get out of yung rut na yun. Now, the third thing is that you have to look at people as individuals. Okay, so tapos na tayo, FRI. Individuality plays a huge role when it comes to finding friends. One of the things na naka-frustrate sa akin dati in other friendships is this idea na people would define you. And with me having a twin sister, it was easy for people to do. So they would just say, okay, si Laika, ganito siya compared to Abby. Or she's the more outspoken version. Ang weird lang kasi sa ibang circles, ako yung outspoken. Sa ibang circles, ako yung tahimik. Pero there's always this parang comparison sa kung sino ako. And it's when people don't take me as an individual that I feel less their friend. And because of that, I try my best then na when I have friends, I treat them as individuals. Hindi siya best friend ni ganito, hindi siya classmate ni ganyan. Walang affiliation or anything. I try to get to know them as individuals. And so far naman in my life, in the very rare chances, I've had people naman tell me that it's one of the things that they liked about me and how I was as their friend. Kasi I'm the type of person who wouldn't believe yung sabi-sabi ng ibang tao about people without giving them a chance. So I would give them a chance. And usually those friendships do work out. So again, look at the people, look at each person as individuals. Iba sila, okay? And if you keep comparing your friends right now to the friends that you've had before, di ba, sasabihin mo, ganyan din yung friend ko noon, tapos, sinungaling siya, or ganyan din yung friend ko noon, tapos, pinabayaan niya ako. Yung mga hang-ups natin sa mga dati nating friends, kung i-impose natin or ipoproject natin sa mga friends natin ngayon, mahihirapan tayo. And mahihirapan din sila to be your friend. So again, look at them as individuals. You have to give to get and get to give. There's this real and deep na relationship when you look at the person and let them introduce themselves to you. Okay? So yun yung first part natin. Again, you have to look further than yung scope ngayon. Huwag kayong tumingin sa kahit anong limitations ng age, social class, location, and other biases. Number 2, you have to take a risk. It's always risky, but in those magical times na it works out, it's going to be worth it. And the third thing, you have to look at people as individuals. Okay, so tapos na tayo sa FRI. We're going to talk about the END or the end later after this break. Alright?
Siya yung bumibili ng planner taon-taon kasi New Year, New You. Oo. Pero hindi niya naman sinusulatan. Pala yun. Kasi daw pangit yung sulat niya, sayang yung papel. Tapos minsan, January, okay pa, sinusulatan niya, ginagamit niya. February, okay pa. Tapos susunod niyang bubuksan, September na. Ganun ka rin ba? Ako rin kasi, kaya nga gumawa ko ng sarili kong planner. Ito ang planner na para sa mga try-hard, kagaya ko. At dahil hindi nakakahiya maging trying hard, mas nakakahiya to not try at all, nilagay na natin sa cover mismo. This planner is undated, kaya pwede mo simulan gamitin kahit kailan. At kung makakalimutan gamitin pwede mong gamitin ulit. Walang masasayang na papel. But I should warn you, this planner is not for everyone. Parang yung podcast natin. Others may look at it and say it's too much or it's too messy. Pero I made these choices para hindi kayo mahiyang gamitin. This is the kind of planner you can use and abuse. Aside from the monthly spread, weekly spread, at yung task list, meron din siyang mga activity sheets that you can use sa inyong journey sa personal development. At kung ready ka na bumili para sa'yo o para panregalo, you can go to bit.ly/tryinghardplanner. And for the first 100 orders hanggang November 30, I will also include a dedication. Kung gusto nyo lang naman. You just let us know dun sa notes kung kaninong pangalan ang isusulat. Now, I always tell you to dream big, work hard, and start now. This planner right here is actually one of my big dreams, so thank you all for making it come true.
Now, fourth topic. Nasa E na tayo. I'm going to talk about ebbs and ends. Okay, ano ba yung ebbs and ends? When we say ebbs, as in E-B-B-S ha, hindi ebbas as in sabi. Ebbs are moments, sabihin na natin sa life, mga lulls or yung mga pagbawi ng alon. Diba? You know how when you stand by the beach, and I really wish I was, or I were in the beach right now, pero okay, medyo imposible yon. Pero nakatayo ka dun sa may pampang, di ba? Tapos you know how waves come and go? So, lalapit siya sa lupa, tapos sa atras. So, yun yung ebb, or yung ebbs. When there's an ebb and flow, ang ibig sabihin nun, parang lumalayo. Okay, nababawasan. And when it comes to friendship, that happens a lot. But one thing we have to talk about is that ebbs are different from ends. Iba yung ebbs sa ends. Hindi ibig sabihin na this moment you don't spend that much time with this person is hindi na kayo friends. So, hindi ibig sabihin na hindi na kasing lalim yung conversations nyo as before, wala nang value yung friendship ninyo. Baka nasa season lang kayo ng life ninyo na there's an ebb to your friendship, but that isn't an end to your friendship. Now, there are times din talaga na friendships have to end. One thing that my sister used to say is that friends come for a reason or for a season in your life. So, kapag reason, ibig sabihin may matututunan sila sa'yo or matuturo sila sa inyo and tapos na yon. So, now the friendship ends. Or for a season, ibig sabihin, ayun nga, meron tayong friends from school, tapos pag lumipat ka na ng school, the friendship ends. And that does happen. But whether it's an ebb or an end, you have to learn to let go. It's one of the scariest parts of having a friend. Yung trust na necessary for you to let go, not spend that much time with that person and still believe that this is what's good for both of you. Kasi even in the middle of the pandemic, ganun naging mas solid with me. I have friends who are with me all the time. Like Zandy is almost with me 24/7 kasi we're working together when it comes to Team Laika and everywhere else na nandun ako or everything else that I do. Pero that doesn't mean that my friendship with her is, sabihin na natin, more important than my friendship with my college friends, some of whom I haven't really talked with in quite some time. It's just that busy sila with their career, busy ako with my career, and bihira mag-intersect yung mga yon. But I trust that if they want to talk to me, they will reach out, they will make a way. And if I want to talk to her or to them, I would also reach out. Gagawa ako ng paraan. So, nasa season lang kami sa life namin na there's an ebb dun sa aming friendship. Medyo nagre-recede siya, bumubuelo siya for another season, pero I know in my heart that when we do see each other again or when we finally have yung time na nagma-match up so we can hang out kahit virtually, the conversation will be there. The love will still be there. Walang magbabago. Diba? We have moments like that na yung kaibigan mo na kahit gaano katagal na kayong hindi nagkita, pag nag-usap kayo, parang walang nagbago. So, I trust that. So, naghihintay lang ako for that next reunion. But for the friends that you have to let go, you also have to understand that it's really a huge part of the process. No? It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be an adventure, but that it is something that is good for you and is also good for the other person. You have to let go. Okay? Now, funny lang na when it comes to the spelling ng word na friends, tapos na tayo sa FRI. At kung pinili mo na yung end ng inyong friendship versus an ending ng friendship, tapos na tayo dito. Pero if hindi, if this is just slowing down no relationship, the next thing that I need to explain would be that it's not a numbers game. You know, friendship is not about numbers. Friendship is not about having as many people love and adore you as possible. It's not a numbers game. You don't need more friends. So, balikan natin yung riddle ko kanina, no? Something you can have more and still have less, or have less and still feel like you have more. It's true when it comes to friendships, eh. Pwede kang magkaroon ng 500, wag naman 500, parang mahirap na yun, pero 50 friends, 30 friends, 20 friends, and still feel lonely in that room. So, hindi siya about numbers. Hindi siya paramihan. Hindi siya collect and collect, no? And one of the things that people do, I guess, when it comes to wanting more friends is they change, they adapt. Kung ano yung kaibigan na feeling nila magugustuhan ng mga tao na yun yung magiging sila. And because of that, nagkakaroon ka ng iba-ibang mga versions of yourself. And it's an entire issue pa na bago that you have to deal with. So don't aim for numbers. Okay? Hindi to paramihan ng kaibigan. You just need to focus on the friends that you have and focus on making sure that there's quality in those friendships. So if you feel na parang, nako, coach, isa lang kasi friend ko eh. Siya pa rin yung friend ko mula nung bata ako. Parang wala na. Walang nagbago. Hindi nagdagdagan yung mga best friends ko. Hindi dumami. Siguro I have 2 or 3 good friends. The rest, acquaintances. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. Hindi siya paramihan. And I say that kasi I used to struggle with that. My youth wasn't that easy, no. I usually have a handful of friends kasi. So, maraming acquaintances, maraming people, marami sa community, pero yung talagang kaibigan na malalim na makakausap ko, it's very rare for me. So, I don't have a lot of friends. And it's different with, say, my sisters, or especially my twin sister, kasi si Ate Abby usually surrounded talaga siya by a flock of friends, no? Hindi kami pareho eh. And for a long time, I hated myself for that. Na parang, is there something wrong with me? Bakit ganun? But hindi ako part ng isang higanting barkada, or even when I try, I don't feel comfortable with that setup. I would rather have a smaller group of friends. And the truth is, again, growing up, natutunan ko na hindi pala kailangan na marami kang kaibigan. So you don't need more. You're not less for having less friends. Ang importante is the quality, not the quantity when it comes to friendships. Okay? Now, yung last letter would actually make more sense dun sa light nung numbers na conversation kasi, again, it's not about numbers. Kadalasan it's about depth. So think about depth when it comes to friendship. And one more thing that I had to unlearn is that hindi pala kailangan lahat ng friendships mo deep as into the bone. Hindi kailangan lahat ng friends mo alam lahat ng about you or lahat ng deepest and darkest secrets mo. Hindi kailangan yun. There are friends who are there to just have fun, alam mo yun. And that doesn't mean na hindi kayo friends. It just means that that is the kind of friend they are. May mga friends na gusto ko kayo kausapin about the deep things, pero kung casual hangout naman, hindi naman sila masyadong available for that. And that's perfectly fine. And one thing we have to understand is that even beyond the conversation when it comes to friendship, not all people become your friends. And not all friends turn into family. And that's perfectly fine. That's normal. Don't feel bad na ganun, na hindi ka ganun. Don't feel bad na hindi lahat ng tao malalim ang relationship with you. As long as they have yung friendship naman, okay na yun. Huwag natin sukatin lagi yung pakikipagkaibigan natin. And I say that kasi, again, I used to fight with my sister about that kasi she would tell me that, you say na wala kang mga friends pero marami namang tao around you. Hindi mo lang sila tinatawag na kaibigan. And may truth dun eh. Kasi ang feeling ko, when I was younger, in order for me to be friends with someone, dapat talagang malalim yung pagkakaibigan, yung mas kilala niya pa ako kaysa sa kilala ko yung sarili ko. Pero hindi naman ganun eh. And hindi nangyayari yun sa lahat at hindi kailangan yun in order for you to be friends. Ang kailangan more than anything is trust. More than anything, it's a certain level of commitment that you're going to stick together, that you're going to work with each other, struggle together, fight, and still make sure that you make up at the end of the day. It's really a journey din ang friendship. Meron siyang highs and lows, meron siyang troubles, meron siyang mga masasayang moments, and meron ding mga times that you just need to step away from each other, and that's perfectly fine. Because that's what friendships are. But again, at the end of the day, friends make us better. Friends teach us that, okay, hindi ka mag-isa. Friends help us become better persons, not just by being there for us, but by allowing us to be there for them. And we have to rethink the way that we make friends. No? It's not about magically finding friends. The way that we make friends in many ways is by being a friend first. And that would be the last message here sa conversation na to. And we're just starting now, scratching the surface lang when it comes to struggles with friendships. Kung meron kayong mga cases or may mga situations kayo that you want my advice, feel free to send your situation ninyo sa Trying Hard Podcast community on Facebook. I would love to talk to you about those. Pag-usapan natin yan. Pero again, recurring theme would be this. If you want to make friends, you have to be someone's friend. And whether they reciprocate or not, whether they find you na kaibigan nila o hindi, ang importante, you're there for people. And when you're there for people, it's easier for them to learn to be there for you. Okay? So, you don't need to be overly friendly to everyone. Hindi naman ganon. But one thing na natutunan ko is that even if hindi ako as open sa pursuit ng friendship with people, even if I don't spend that much time with people, the fact that they know that I'm there for them, and if they need me, I will always be one call away. It's a certain level of trust that had to be gained over the years. And you can get started on that right now. Be there for someone. Be someone's friend. And you will have friends then to boot. Alright? Okay, so I hope kahit pa paano na-encourage kayo dun sa episode na yan. I know I'm a little bit, tunog emotional ba ako sa episode na to? Let me know na lang, no? But this is just really me sharing my heart kasi it's one of the things I struggled with. And last week, someone made the comment, very, casual comment on my Facebook page saying that maybe I'm like this because I didn't have friends. And it really got me to thinking then and re-examining my life. And this is kind of what came out of it. The good that came out of it is me taking stock of how far I've come then when it comes to having and growing, cultivating friendships and keeping friends. And again, this is still a journey that I'm on right now. I'm happy to share it with you. All right? Mag-usap tayo sa sunod ulit. This is again, Trying Hard with Laika podcast. Follow if you haven't yet. Join the conversation on the Facebook page. Share insights by using the hashtag Trying Hard with Laika. Thank you for fighting so hard to keep us in the top charts pagdating sa Apple Podcast at Spotify. I really appreciate that kasi, with a lot of other new podcasts by big names, I am still constantly surprised na we're hanging in there. So, salamat sa inyong lahat for sharing this with your friends. I hope may mga takeaways kayo sa episode na ito. And may request din kayong mga topics, let me know. At as we always say sa podcast na ito, dream big, work hard, start now, and don't be afraid to be called try hard kahit when it comes to friendship. All right? I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.